Welcome back.
Howdy. It's Rachel.
Episode. It's Liv. And we're back for another episode of In Her Season. Do you have a highlight of your week to share? Catch you off guard for a second.
Yeah, a little bit. Highlight of my week. I mean, I guess it still kind of counts because it was on a Sunday, right? We're Saturday. I think the highlight of the week was my baby sprinkle. That was really sweet to have everyone there and hang out and just celebrate and have some girl time. And Luke had taken the kids to Chicago Friday through Sunday.
So you had
the weekend
without
to myself.
Yes. I didn't even know that. Good for you. How was that?
And I'll have another weekend.
I know. Good for Luke.
Yeah,
he's really trying to pamper you before this baby comes.
I think he is. He suggested it, and I was just like, he's like, "Do you want me to take the kids to Chicago?" I'm like,
"Yeah,
yes." I'm more concerned about this drive there, him with the kids, but he's not pregnant. He's like, "I got it. Relax, this and that," and
he's their dad. He's been their dad. He's fine.
I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. All right, you do that. Okay, enjoy. And I had the weekend to myself. Yeah.
Wow. What did you do?
A bunch of stuff. I was crying as they were leaving though.
I'm sure.
I don't know. I was like, why am I crying? But I think I had PTSD of being long distance, and then it's like he's leaving and the kids are leaving, and I'm like, what am I going to do with myself? But I had created some plans, and then I just set up for the baby sprinkle. I saw a friend for coffee, and we walked, and it was tax-free weekend, so we went shopping, and I just ended up being out of the house more than I thought I would be. And it was great. It went by really fast.
So fun.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. Well, let's see. Highlight of my week this week, we came out to St. Louis for a literal day. And it's always fun when it works out when we try to come to St. Louis and then events just get back to back to back. As happened this time. So we came up. We have our office in St. Louis, so we always try to go to the office. I had this awesome meeting planned. It went amazing. I loved that. And then we crashed at Rachel and Luke, so that was perfect. So we went over there, got settled in, and then we had dinner, a going away dinner for some other friends. And then after that, we left the dinner early because we were going to a concert. We went to go see Train, which I was very excited about because Hey Soul Sister, freaking a million songs.
Do they sing that?
Probably, but we didn't stay for it.
Oh. Really? And you guys even came back later than I thought you would?
Yeah, it was the 25 years of Drops of Jupiter tour. So I was like, drops of Jupiter in her hair. No, it wasn't that good. I was so disappointed. Okay, I'm sorry. I know we're early people, but I get so excited for concerts and an outdoor concert, outdoors, the summertime. I feel it's not you haven't summered if you haven't been to an outdoor concert. Yeah. So I just I really wanted to do that, and Hayden was like, "Oh, Train's playing. Tickets are $30, whatever." We're let's go and make it even a better excuse, for going to St. Louis. I love an excuse to go there too. So everything stars align, and we go to this concert, and we get our lawn chairs set up with we go and we get the fresh kettle corn and our liquid deaths. And we got we're set up ready for a movie theater, ready to start. Okay. And first of all, opener, we were what is happening? This is so weird right now. They were playing really weird songs. And then we were okay, we're just going to hang out.
What was the crowd there in general? I'm curious.
Across the board. I saw some teenagers who clearly got cutesy and ready for this concert. I saw a lot of middle-aged, older crowd because, throwbacks and whatnot. But it was across the board for sure. A big mix. And then there was 45 minutes in between the opener and Train coming on, and they're playing gangster rap music, and so I'm again, I don't know what's fitting the vibe right now.
I'm just trying to eat my kettle corn and
I'm confused. Okay,
some country music.
I'm heavily pregnant. I'm confused, and now I need more water. And then Train comes on, and they did open with a throwback, which was exciting. But I will say, the main lead singer, he seemed out of breath. He was not belting out. Like there were some like lines where I was like, I don't even think he finished the word. Like I was like, what is happening? And I just feel like, you know, sometimes you go to a concert and you're like, oh my God, like they made the crowd feel seen. Like I felt like I got a moment with them. Like we shared this awesome like energy. And then there's like, you go to some concerts where you feel like almost bad that you're there. You're like, I'm like dance monkey. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I feel like, okay, I've paid, now you have to perform for me. Yeah. That is a little bit what like the energy was giving for this one. So I was like, I know, like I've been to concerts before where I've been like unimpressed. I just didn't expect that from somebody this big of a name who like has had this long and successful of a career. I was like, that's lame.
I mean, I guess I just like remember them in high school, like
I mean, they
middle
had
school, and then that was it.
they had like a lot of good hits, and I mean, he has like an incredible voice, and then like you never know how it's gonna be in person. I don't know. That's my 2 cents. I'm really sorry not to report back better things.
I have made the decision that unless I truly through and through know the artist, I'm not going to the concert, because I'm like, no, I'm not standing. I'm not standing in this crowd listening to a genre where I know like 1 or 2 songs, and then I'm just like, okay.
No, I get that. Like you have to like know their
That's
music,
just
because
when I know I have the best time.
Set, like you want to be able to sing along.
Yes.
Like a concert needs to be a sing along, like for it to truly be good.
Yeah. Like,
let's be real.
Especially because sometimes like my husband likes certain artists and I'm like, I want to go and I want to hang out with him and this and that. But I'm like,
yeah, I feel like you and Luke are like, you're doers people like that. Like you would like to go to a lot of concerts.
We love concerts. But the problem is like, now I've been to a few where I'm like, I don't know them enough to then like really be like, I'm a fan, this is great, and like I can sing along and like I can dance and this and that. It just doesn't, I'm like, I need to really know the artist, and then that's when I have the best time.
I think that's a hard thing too about like a last minute going to a concert. Like I almost like need to have it planned for like a while, so like you can like download some music and like listen to them for like a bit before you go.
Yeah.
But like I think it's really, really fun when you like, when it goes the opposite way, like, oh, there's an artist that I have been listening to, plot twist, they happen to be coming through to this close by city in a very convenient time. That's the best type of a concert. Like that's happened to us before, and that has been us like belting on the top of our lungs.
Yes, and there's some genres where I'm like, I don't need to know anything that they're doing to be able to go and enjoy. Like if it's techno, like not techno, but like EDM type stuff, I'm like, I can go and like have a part, you know, I know when the beat's about to drop and everyone's gonna have their hands up and there's no words and like it's about to be fun. Like I love that.
That's so funny because like EDM is like the last like kind of concert I'm going to. Like I'm gonna be like, okay, like I don't know that I feel like doing drugs today, so I'm gonna stay home.
Do drugs.
But like, to have a good time at an EDM concert is not something that like I cannot just like sit there and be like,
no, I'm gonna be like I'm jumping up and down with my hands in the air.
Maybe like, when I was like 18 I could handle it.
Oh, what?
I'm tired these days. I don't want to jump. I order the lawn chairs, okay? Like we got it. I need a comfortable place to sit.
We're adulting.
That's what it's like.
There's, I mean, I don't know if I've talked about this on the pod or not, but like there's definitely like some music festivals that I just think, well, also I have some that I would love to try, but I haven't been to. But like I'm thinking of like Lollapalooza compared to like Austin City Limits Music Festival. Honestly, I just brought this up to talk about Austin City Limits Music Festival because I just love it so much.
What is, I've not been.
And it's the vibe that I think you guys would love.
Is it country? Because I'm totally stereotyping Austin, Texas.
It's anyone. Like they just will bring in, like they had Kendrick Lamar 2 years ago, and then they had Hozier, and they had Labyrinth, and they had Steven Sanchez. Like they will have big lineups across the board of like who it is, and then they'll have like I think they had Mumford and Sons in Odessa one of the years we went.
Love Mumford.
But it is of the festivals I've been to, it is the cleanest.
The cleanest.
It is clean. It is good vibes in the center of Austin, Texas. Good vibes. So many people bring their kids.
Oh,
it is like
that's
a family,
wait, it's hilarious.
friendly.
I would have used to like hate that and been like, okay, I don't want to go to a festival where there's a bunch of kids, but now that's exactly my scene. If kids can be there, I suppose I can go.
Yeah, it changes. It changes once you have kids, you know, when you're like, oh,
but
kids
also
allowed,
like, if kids are there, that tells me there's gonna be snacks. This is gonna start at a decent hour.
It's not even like, well, no, it's just like a regular festival. Like you'll have
like you can feel safe enough for kids to be there.
People bring their, and like it's not like, you know, you got these little kids staying until like 10 p.m. at night, like raving and stuff. But like the food stands are actually really good food. And then people bring their lawn chairs and they bring their blankets and the kids can sit and like,
yeah.
And there's only 4 stages, but like you can see, so you can rotate between the 4, but it's just on this giant circle grid. So like it's so accessible, and I can never talk highly enough about it, but it is something that I think Luke and I would make a point to go to every year.
Wow.
As long as it made sense.
When is it?
October. It's usually the first week of October.
Cute, like good fall vibes then.
Yeah, and it's still warm in Austin, there.
I was gonna say it's gonna be hot.
Sometimes it gets a little cooler, so it's just like perfect. Because and it's just, I love it. And I think
hate to say it, but after Astroworld, I think like thrice about going to a festival.
Oh, there's a lot of festivals that have had situations.
I told you, even when we went to the Mardi Gras festivals, like downtown St. Louis, was it like a year or 2 ago? They put them on every single year. You'd think that they'd have like their system down. But Mardi Gras in St. Louis is like, you get tickets to a tent, you party in like a tent, like there's some kind of headliner in the tent. Different. There's bars there. Okay.
That's like a trashy drunk fest if you want it.
So, but we go because we're like, okay, like to be honest, like it's probably like the last year I'm ever gonna go in my life. So like, let's go. Like that was literally the discussion between me and Hayden. And we go, and me and him are clearly too old for this because I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, but where are the exits? Like if somebody started a fire right now, I don't think we would all get out in time. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, okay, if that's what's crossing my mind when I enter this tent, I don't think I need to be here. Like if I'm concerned about where all of the emergency exits, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah. I think you guys should give Austin City Limits Music Festival a try at some point.
Okay, I love good recommendation.
Next October.
I love
I tell everyone about this.
I love live music.
My cute like hippie neighbors, they're like, oh yeah, we've been there. I'm like, you have? Let's go.
You know, come with us. Let's go back. It's so sweet.
But yeah, no, I think it's just because it's family oriented. You can go. And they like make sure that like your kid is like tagged. Like you cannot go in there without your kid having identification and like everything.
They care about safety.
Oh yeah, you can't get in without
I care about safety so much these days. I just really do.
I know, and it's also probably our hormones too. It's just like very. You can't help but think about it extra.
Is that what it is? It makes sense. Like,
yes.
Because I just like I really reflect on times in my life where I'm like, this used to not bother me mentally. Like it didn't used to take up my mental space to be like, how dangerous is this all the time for everything?
I'm so pregnant
right now.
That's exactly what it is.
Looking at
because
everything,
I'm going through it too. And then once you're done, it's like, okay, we got to worry about the kid, but somehow some things like even out a little bit, and it's not as like
daunting to be like, is that dangerous?
It might be, but like it's just a slightly different.
So funny.
It's slightly like
funny
relaxed.
Pregnancy side effects, guys. That's
paranoia.
Mentally what's happening.
It's like the post getting drunk paranoia.
I don't feel like paranoid. I just feel like contemplative.
Bitch, you're paranoid. You're like,
we're all the things.
If we don't get out, will we all be dead? Like,
okay, that was before I was pregnant. Okay, that was like a year prior to getting pregnant. To be fair, that's just showing my age, and I'm gonna stand by that one.
I think it's just being a female. We just like can't help but think of I think it's rooted in our nature, like our biology. We like have to like think of dangerous situations.
I thought that was a man thing because they're supposed to protect.
They protect, you know, but you got to tell them what to protect.
we have to make it about.
We have to make a plan
them with it. Yeah, because they need direction, but once they have it and they know what to protect, they're good.
Yes.
We love.
Yeah,
okay, amazing.
It just has to be laid out for them.
Okay, another thing a man needs to do is always buy their girl flowers, because I sent Rachel a post on this morning, and I was like, that's
how I knew you were up. I'm like 4 minutes ago. Are you up? It's like 6:30 a.m.
I saw it, and I was like, oh my god, she responded. I was like, so she's up. Cool. Yeah. I was like, suppose I'll get out about it.
I'm still in Paducah, guys. We're just doing a double episode, back to back.
So
get her done.
So listen to these fun things that I heard. I'm like, having fresh flowers at your house. Okay, we all know.
Well, that was a photo.
We all know that, like, okay, fresh flowers. And I know when I go to Rachel's house, she always has fresh flowers. It had crossed my mind. I love that you pointed
that out. I like hope people recognize that.
Oh, I recognize it. Yeah, I know that there's always some there. Like, I know you put them in like the multiple vases on your dining table.
From the sprinkle too, but yeah.
Oh, cute. But like, I noticed.
Flowers, yeah.
I noticed, and this is why we know we do these nice things for girls, not for guys. You know what I mean? Like, it's so silly when people think we like put on makeup or like get our house nice for like other people. It's for the girls. Okay, we're doing it for the girls. So it had crossed my mind that Rachel was coming into town. Oh, I should probably get flowers. Well, I didn't, but I'm like, perfect. We can go flower shopping.
Probably get flowers.
Everything's fine. We can go flower shopping.
Are those
together.
real or fake?
No, those. Oh my God. Rachel is pointing to a gift that my sister gave me, you guys. Okay, they are mums. They are fake, but what's really extra special about that bouquet is every batch of flowers has a little piece of advice from my sister about parenthood on it. So there's 30 of them because she gave them to me for my 30th birthday.
Oh my god!
So if you need a little pick-me-up, you can go pull a flower and read one from my sister.
Oh,
it's really cute. Good job, Victoria. We love you.
Oh,
yes.
V,
so
that's
those
really
are my mums.
Sweet.
And she got mums because mums are the flower for November when my daughters do.
What a bye. Okay.
So we love having flowers around because we're girls.
Let's get emotional here, okay? That is sweet. That's why.
Dude, she's so thoughtful. I'm like, oh, well, you screwed me now. How am I ever supposed to like give you a birthday gift ever again in life?
So sweet.
No, I know. It's so great. So yes, I keep them in my living room and you can read them from time to time and they're really nice little pieces.
I'm going to read them all.
Yeah, I know. It's great. So, but we need to have, so after we record this episode, me and Rachel are going to go to this super cutesy little flower shop and buy me some flowers for the house because scientifically you need to have flowers around. This is what we've learned this morning.
Yeah.
Yes. So to share with the pod, having flowers in your home. Okay. Rutgers University started a study that later Harvard picked up and like expanded on about how having fresh flowers around, like what it actually does to a woman's brain. I feel like this is, again, part of our nature. Like, think hunters, gatherers. We would be in the herbs and the flowers. Thanks, man,
for hunting the flowers and bringing them back.
We gotta have them.
Does Hayden get you flowers?
He's got me flowers plenty of times. Not like a regular thing. Do better. I'm just kidding.
Do better.
I'm just kidding. But I do tell him, like, I love to get flowers.
So
he has gotten me flowers, like, from time to time.
Yeah.
But apparently women who receive flowers, they always reacted with a genuine smile, report positive moods, even up to 3 days later, just from flowers. So Harvard Medical School took it further. Women who keep fresh flowers in their home for even just a few days are reported across the board to be less anxious, fewer episodes of depression, and more compassion towards others. And the mood lift carries even into their work life. So I'm like, I'm sorry, that sounds like a life hack for a man. Do you want me to be like kind and happy?
Yes.
Compassionate?
Yeah. Go, it's not that hard. Just go get some pretty little flowers.
So we hope to inspire everyone to go get some fresh flowers today because the
Trader Joe's always has a fantastic selection for affordable.
And I feel like that is like the stereotypical like girl thing. Like, I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's and like if you see like the cart like with like a girl with flowers in her cart at Trader Joe's, you're like, she's buying them for herself. They are.
I mean, I've seen people walk out with loads of flowers from there, and I'm like,
I love that.
Maybe they're hosting a party.
But they say that like the presence of flowers in a home actually leads to increased like reach outs of connection to friends and family too.
Wow, how'd they measure that?
I have no idea. Good for these scientists. Good for these. But like they weren't like, you're happier alone, but you also then have more inspiration to become more connected to people in your life just by having these flowers around. Like you have higher rates of connection. I don't know what it is about flowers, but it makes you think twice, I guess, about connecting. So they say that flowers for a woman's brain are a natural mood regulator, anxiety reducer, and a daily reminder. So,
okay,
good for flowers.
That? God, I'm gonna sound so dumb, but who's that? Her name is on the tip of my tongue. She has that podcast. and she was an actress, but she's like got like the strawberry blonde hair. I cannot believe I cannot think of her name right now. She's like a big time gal. But she had someone, I just always remember seeing this clip because it was just like, how do we make flowers last longer? Like, you know, why do they only last like a week? And then that was part of like the show or like the moment. And the guy takes her hands and he's like, okay, like, I need you guys to brace yourselves for this. Flowers are not meant to last forever. They help keep you in the present.
Oh,
because they are there for a little period of time, and then
flowers are
and then they go away, and then you get new ones, and it helps keep you in the present.
Oh,
and so like since then I'm like, you're not supposed to last forever. You're right. Like it's things don't last forever, and like it's just these little beautiful moments, and then you move on, and then you get new ones.
And then out of that there'll be another beauty will come. Okay, flowers have so many great reminders of so many things that it like to me. Okay, red flag or like hot take. This hot take here or red flag. All of the things. It's a red flag if somebody when people say like, oh, I don't like flowers because they die. Or, oh, I'm not going to get you flowers because they're just going to die. I'm like, sorry.
Everything dies.
Everything dies. Get over it. I don't subscribe like to that mind frame. Like there are so many like beautiful things about flowers. We just apparently Harvard has proven all of the mood lifting abilities by just having natural fresh flowers around for like the chemistry in a woman's brain. Buy the girl flowers. Don't say you're not going to do it just because they die. That's a horrible excuse. It sounds like a cop out to me.
No,
I'm like, are you a man?
It is. I'm not going to buy that cake because then it's going to get eaten and it'll be gone.
Literally.
Enjoy the damn cake.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what? I'm not going to buy a new t-shirt because it's also just going to get, like, wrinkly and stained. Well, eventually. Like, are you not going to enjoy it in the meantime?
That's, like, the most disgusting logic when people are like, why am I going to wash a bath towel? Like, if I just go in after I've been bathed or something or clean, or, like, why would I wash a water bottle? It's just got water in it.
It's just going to get dirty again.
Your saliva? I don't know. Like everything about it.
Hygiene, like lifestyle, like a million reasons. Shall we start at the beginning?
Yeah.
So get the girl flowers.
I had an aunt, and she is like a very, there's some people that are very, very controlling, very opinionated. It's their way or the highway. Like there are some people that are so suffocating in that way. And I have of kind of like a family member, it's like separated, but like family member, and I had gotten her a nice bouquet of flowers as like a thank you. And I remember like a few days later or something, she's just, I'm not going to get flowers. Like they just die. Like what's the point of spending all this money on that and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I'm just going to take these back then if you don't want them. And like, I was just like, bitch, like you knew I bought you flowers. Like, I don't know. But, some people just want to be miserable and like, that.
Yeah, you're right. To each their own. If you don't want to have flowers,
you just
want to stay sad.
Problem, fine.
Stay sad. But if you want to, if you feel sad and you're
the flowers didn't want you anyways.
You're like, I need some help. What can I do? Get yourself over to Trader Joe's and go take yourself a hot girl walk through those aisles. Get yourself some damn flowers.
And then what's fun is like there's some where it's like when they do dry out or when they die, they still like hold their shape and they're still pretty. And so I've been using those to then fill up the vases that are on top of like that dining room area where I have those big vases and like these little cubbies up, and I just put those in there because they hold their shape, but they're dried out, but they're pretty.
I really wanted to and like contemplated deeply about trying to preserve my wedding bouquet.
Oh yeah.
You know how like they'll do that? Yeah, where you're like you can like ship like a box of your bouquet and they'll like dry and press and make a gorgeous frame. Like how people will have like the dried flowers and they'll arrange it really beautifully and give you like a keepsake frame. Or I've seen where people will do it like in like a tray or like different shapes and different like pieces, so it's not even just a frame that you can hang on the wall. Like you could have it be like a tabletop for like a side table and stuff. It's $1 million. Like it's not $1 million, but like it's really expensive.
How much are we talking? Like 600?
Yeah, like depending on what you wanted from it, like hundreds to of course you could get in the thousands if you really wanted more done with it. I mean, probably not thousands, probably 1,000. But hundreds. We are talking like, I think some are 6, 7, and like, and you have to be like really well organized for that too, because you have to have like the box ahead of time. And I got married abroad in Mexico, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to like bring the bouquet back to the States and then try to decide what to do with it. Like, I knew I would have had to have this organized, to have like the box, the shipping label ready to go, and then while in Mexico before coming back, make sure I stop somewhere and get it shipped and labeled and everything. And so I didn't worry about it. I was like, I will have my pictures and that will be the
events
memory.
like that. I mean, any big event like that, it's really easy to get sold on trying to preserve everything from that day.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's just it's not possible. Like, you cannot relive that day, no matter how hard you try or how much you save and this and that. Like, it's the past now. And so, I mean, you just had to make a call, and it would be hard because then you're like, oh shoot, like, you can preserve this bouquet, and like, but then it's like also like, what are you gonna do with the bouquet?
Dude, I was surprised too how many people like were sad, like in these like Facebook pages that I follow or whatever, like when it comes to like, preserving the memories of your wedding, you know, like the classic tradition of you save the top tier of the wedding cake to eat on your 1-year anniversary.
I just kind of learned about this.
Okay, yeah, so it's like a old school tradition where that's what people will do, and
like freeze it.
Yeah, like 1 year later, defrost it and eat your wedding cake again.
I don't know if it'd be good in 1 year later.
That's what people say, but you can't do that if you're getting married abroad. Like, you can't take the cake from Mexico. We literally, like, we got a bunch of our wedding cake, like, saved, and we just, like, brought it out the next day for, like, a bunch of our guests to, like, with a fork. We're, like, we ate it at the bar. We're, like, you guys, it was good. Like, let's try to have some bites. Like, you know, it's what we could do. But it was cute. It was fun.
Yeah. I mean, you do the best you can. Again, like, there's so many little traditions in this and that, but I didn't even think about how being in another country, there's obviously
an extra layer.
There's an extra layer to what you can bring across customs and all that.
Dude, I had I was having a chat with a friend the other day, so I wanted to ask you your thoughts on this.
Oh, love.
You ever made like a pros and cons list about like a significant other?
I think so. I think I don't think I've maybe sat down and done it, but I think I've.
When you start pros and cons in a person.
I haven't done it with Luke.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, because here's my hot take. If you're making a pros and cons list about a partner you're with, it's not gonna work out.
There's probably something really big going on.
It sounds like you've got some cons that you've been considering, and you're considering, do the pros weigh it out? Well, if they did enough, I don't think you'd be sitting there weighing them.
Yeah, no, I've never done that with Luke. And honestly, to think about doing that, I'm like, there's no, how can I write down cons?
Like, I don't even know. I know, no, because when I think about cons of like
there's
my
a bunch
husband,
of cons you can have of me, but like, we're not doing this.
When I think about cons of my husband, I'm like, but they're like not even like, you know, like
it's just stuff you can work on.
You already accept and forgive like any faults. Like, it's not even a fault; it's character.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, ooh, there's your extra pizzazz about you, your extra sizzle. It's not. There's no cons about the right person.
I've done it about like making a life decision, but maybe it was like, if I leave this relationship versus if I stay here, but it was more focused on like the location, and the relationship was a part of it. But I don't have any recollection of me explicitly sitting down writing a pros and cons list about anybody.
I definitely did with my ex that I was with for a long time, but I will say, I think like I'll maintain, I think if you're at the point of writing a pros and cons list, it's because you know that you should leave. You need the extra validation or push to be like, you're not crazy, right? Like, you need to visually see it in front of your face to remind you why. Because like, if you're at the point of considering like a breakup, especially with somebody you've invested a lot of time into, it's so hard to walk away from like that amount of time invested, that amount of like hopes and dreams for the future, that level of connection that you fostered, to sit there and not second guess and question yourself is unrealistic. Of course you're going to question yourself. So one of the strategies when you're questioning, is breaking up with them the right choice, is you sit and you write a pros and cons list. If you're at that point, I'm so sorry to say that I think the answer is to break up.
Do you have someone that's like at that point? asking if you've done that before?
I have a friend who I feel like looks at relationships in an incredibly like logical way.
Okay.
Who will
Like a
like
black and white
almost
way?
like just like logical, like immediately like starting relationships, starting off with like, okay, well, here are the pros, like why I've like started dating them, why like I started talking to them, you know, from the dating apps or whatever. And it's like, and then they're getting to know them, so they're starting to add cons to the list, and it's like from the get-go, from the beginning. And I'm like, you can't ever tell people how to date because dating is so damn personal. There's truly no good or raw advice that you can give to anyone across the board that like actually applies to people and anyone specifically. I mean, you can try all day and I can say advice till I'm blue in the face, but is it even real, or should you even listen or take it? I think it depends on the person. And so like this friend like is just so analytical, and I just can't see looking at a relationship from like such an analytical standpoint versus like your heart and
feels
it feels like,
and vibes.
Well, it feels and vibes. Well, like it's
and
a
if
relationship.
you say something wrong, then I'm gonna note it. But then that starts diminishing the vibe, you know. So then eventually it fizzles out.
And then you can't. But that's also right, like, because then that's also like checking a box, right? Like, okay, pros and cons list, but now is like, is the relationship turning into a tit for tat? You know, like how people will say like you can't keep score in a relationship either. Is it almost in a way similar to like keeping score, right? To keep a pros and cons list about a partner.
I think I think we can get carried away with, yes, you deserve to be happy and deserve to find someone that has a lot of, you know, I think has the same morals and values, and like the really big concrete things, you should be aligned on that. But they're their own person, you're your own person, and like if they like blue socks and you like red, like it's okay. Or if they do something a little differently, or they have different like sleep you have to I think people can get so focused on like, if they don't follow everything on this list, they're not for me, and it may take away from like what actually matters and what are you truly aligned on that really does matter when it comes to living life, versus like, okay, so maybe they like to swear and you don't like to swear, you know, like, or like something like that. Can you live with
it though? Because I also will say like, sure, they are completely like a valid and a whole person in whatever way that they want to be, and they can live in whatever way they want to be, but are they someone that you can live with? Because sure, like they like to swear, you don't like to swear, whatever, okay, cool, you align on like everything else, but is it to the point where like you're not cool with it? Because if so, then fucking move on. My God. Well, it's just like when you watch these girls like agonize over like, should I stay or should I go? Like to the point of making lists. Like I know, like it just like breaks my heart for them.
Stay or you should go.
Fucking go.
Maybe it's time to go.
You wouldn't be asking these questions.
But I feel like I'm so blunt with these kind of things now. I'm just like,
I'm glad that you say that, because I'm getting a reputation, I feel like, amongst my like family is like I'm incredibly blunt and I'll just say things and be like, mm-mm.
I think there's certain topics where I'm going to be very straightforward about them. I think relationships is one of them to me, but I've endured breakups, and I think if you've gone through that and you know that you can come out on the other end, then going through a breakup isn't as scary, because it's like, this is a phase of life and sometimes things don't last, and that's okay, and we get through it and we move on.
Maybe that's why I think like too, like I feel like I am very blunt when it comes to relationships, but like I've said that too. I'm like, no, but like I have gone through breakups. Like I do know how much they suck, and I also know how much peace you will find leaving it, and that it's better to do it now than spending the next month or two agonizing about it and starting then versus starting now with your, you know, grief process and getting over it and building yourself back up.
I think
I'm just more matter of fact.
No, so am I.
Getting hard.
It's unfortunate. It's just like I don't have I think the time or patience to hear the same story over and over again about the same relationship, where it's just like, are you being intentional about making a change? Like, do you guys both want that? Or is this just like, no, and then we keep encountering the same problems since like I don't know what to offer you anymore other than to just sit here with you. But like, yeah, that's why I'm like pro breakup. We don't have to hold on to everything. That doesn't make sense. That sounds so bad.
Yes, it is. But I just think like, look, if it's crossed your mind,
I think people, like, it's just like, it's
yikes.
And people try and keep making, it's when you start to diminish who you are and what you want, because that seems safer than to take the risk of being so happy and leaving the relationship and really finding who you are and finding someone that you mesh with totally and who can give you some things in life that you really want, like having kids if you want kids, versus your partner who doesn't want any kids. Like, don't talk yourself out of that just because you're like, okay, like, well, you're right, maybe I don't want them, then it's difficult, and you can find all a list of reasons to validate why it's probably better not to have kids. But if you want kids, like, it's a beautiful thing to want that too. That's okay. And you're allowed to like find someone that also wants that. But it can go, I mean, this can go on about like a million different topics in relationships.
Dude, I think that you hit the nail on the head though, when it came to just like how you said, like, it's so hard to watch people, you know, try to come up with like almost like these excuses for their relationships or for staying in them when it's clearly not what they've like explicitly said that they want. And like, and when you found a partner that like you like does give you the world, and like you feel like you hit the lottery for, you want that for everyone. You want that for all of these girls who are second guessing, is this the right guy? It's like, well, do you literally like, are you absolutely obsessed with them and feel like you like you've won the lottery every day that you wake up? Because if not, it's like, it's just, it makes me sad for like those girls, because I'm like, but I like, you can have it, like you said. It's scary to walk away and to like, when you don't have that, to be like, am I going to find that? It's like, well, you accept for yourself like what you believe that you deserve.
Yeah, you won't find it if you stay in the same pattern that you've been in, because it's impossible to. The opportunity will not show up.
But with that, camera's dying.
Oh yeah,
shall we?
Love y'all. Bye.
Love y'all. Bye. Thanks for listening to our little rant at the end there. We'll see you next time.